I can't believe I believed everything we had would last. So young and naive of me to think she was from your past. Silly of me to dream of one day having your kiss. Love is so blind, it feels right when it's wrong.
Welcome to my channel. That sounds very weird to say, purely because I always say, hey guys, welcome to my channel on Snapchat when I'm talking to my private story. But the fact that I'm actually saying it now because I've decided to make a channel seems very strange. But I thought today I was gonna do a get ready with me. I've already done my hair, so it'll probably just be more like a makeup get ready with me. And I'm just gonna sort of like talk to you guys about why I've started this channel, and then just sort of like see how I get along. So I'm gonna start with my brows. I used to use the Pierce soap to brush up my brows, to do like the whole soap brush trend, but I stopped using that because I noticed that it used to get flaky if I touched my brows, and that used to annoy me. So I've gone back to using Got to Be Glued and use that to like brush up my eyebrows into place. And use a little bit, not too much because it does leave a little bit of residue. Bear with me if I keep putting my blush in the way. But yeah, so I decided to start a channel purely because I've actually been procrastinating for the last, like, I want to say 2-3 years. I've always wanted to do like have a YouTube channel, but I've sort of just been nervous about starting. But I think this year, more than any year ever, have I been told by like friends or even random people that meet me, even people whose hair that I do, shout out to my hair company, tell me to start a channel like all the time. But I've always been really nervous because I don't know if people are actually gonna like me, if people will actually take me in, if my videos are gonna get boring. Am I going to lose, run out of ideas and stuff like that? And I know that obviously when most people start a channel, they want to hype like, yes, I'm going to upload every week, or try and upload as frequently as possible, and then things just sort of just go left. And I didn't want that to be me, so in my head I was thinking, okay, let me start at a time where I do know that I've got like a decent amount of things going on. But me being me and wanting to be a perfectionist, I ended up not starting. Now we're in September, I've actually even started back at uni, and it's now that I've decided to start a channel, which again makes no sense, but we're here. I think I'm gonna prime my face using the Fenty Pro Filter primer. I wasn't sure if I wanted like a dewy look. I think I just wanted a matte look, because I can always use like a glowy setting spray instead. I literally apply primer like it's moisturizer. I know that might be a bit weird, but I literally apply my primer like it's moisturizer. Anyway, done my brows. Like I said, I used Fawn for underneath, and then I used Beautiful Bronze for on top. I just think they make my makeup look the nicest look, but I think I'm gonna go with my NARS All Day Luminous Weightless Foundation. I recently found out that this has been discontinued, which breaks my heart because this is my absolute favorite foundation. I have worn this, I wore it for my birthday. Anytime I've gone out somewhere where I know that like, okay, I want my makeup to look 10-10, this is always a foundation that I lean towards. It's just been the best one for me personally. I'm just going to blend that out as well with a flat brush. It's just so nice, and it matches my skin so well, and it has this really lovely shine to it that doesn't actually like go away, unless of course like you completely like mattify your makeup. But now I'm gonna go in with the LA Girl Pro Concealer and Fawn under my eyes, and I'm gonna put that under my eyes, on the bridge of my nose, on my forehead, and then my chin and around my lip area. So I'm just gonna put it on my chin, here. Not too much. If you put too much, then you start looking crazy. You don't want to look crazy. This is how I usually apply my concealer, and then I'll let it set for only a couple minutes, not too long, because I still want it to be able to be blendable. Usually I blend, sometimes I blend with a beauty blender, sometimes I blend with a sponge. Not a sponge, this is a sponge. With a brush. Sometimes I blend with a beauty blender, sometimes I blend with a sponge. Honestly, it just depends on how I'm feeling, because sometimes I feel like a sponge gives a really nice airbrush look, and then sometimes I want a bit more coverage, and that's when I'll lean more towards using a brush rather than, even just a small brush like this one, rather than a big old. Okay, as I blend that out, I just wanted to talk about, you know how there's a trend where you put concealer here and here, and then you blend it out to frame your face. I'm not hating on anyone, but like, I don't really understand what the point in that is if you know that you're going to blend the whole thing from the inner corner of your eye out. I just feel like it's kind of pointless, because you're still gonna do the shape anyway. And I know a lot of people, like, obviously they don't fill in the gap. I just fill in the gap because I know exactly where I'm putting the concealer and how I want it to frame my face. But I don't really understand the point in only putting it on the inner corner and then leaving like the rest, like the small gap just here, when you know full well you're gonna blend your concealer up there anyway. I just don't get it, personally. I don't know if it's just me, not any of you else agree, but I just think like it's a bit of a pointless hack. To blend out my nose, I'm going to use a brush. If I can find the brush I want to use, I'm going to use this small brush purely because of precision. Got a bit too much on my nose, but I'm going to use this brush to blend. But now I'm going to go in with a brighter concealer. I don't know if I want to use the Estee Lauder Double Wear or the Too Faced. I think I'm going to go with Double Wear, just because I want to brighten my under eye ever so slightly. So to make the center of my face look a bit more even, I usually place some there, on the other eye as well, and then also on the bridge of my nose. Not too much, I feel like this is already too much. So I'm going to take a tiny bit and put it on my chin. This concealer, if you blend it out, personally anytime I've tried using it, if you blend it out straight away, it's actually quite sheer. But if you let it dry down, just like the LA Girl, then it tends to be a bit brighter. So I'm going to let it dry down, and then I'm going to blend that out, and then I'm going to come back and show you guys how I contour / bronze my face. I use the NYX Can't Stop Won't Stop concealer in Deep Walnut. Now, because I feel like contours can look really harsh, usually I don't actually apply it straight to my face. I put it on the back of a surface like this, and then quite literally just like take a small amount, blend it from there, and then apply it. I just feel like it's a lot smoother. It doesn't look so harsh on your face. So literally just like blend like the tiniest corner. I feel like it doesn't look as harsh. It's a lot more natural, and it doesn't look as muddy, because I know sometimes when you go in with contour it can look a hot mess. I used to look like I have burnt the sides of my face, and obviously I know that people didn't really know about makeup too tough back then, like when I would contour, because I did stop contouring because of that same like issue. But yeah, I stopped doing that. But you see how like it's nice and I want to say subtle, it's not too crazy, because sometimes I just think like it looks way too harsh. So I just use like the tiniest amount and blend it almost as if it's like a bronzer or blush, but I know that you can see that it's very clearly there. And I'm going to do the same for my nose. So I just take the same concealer brush, dab a little bit in here, don't know why I tapped it off, but, and then going on my nose, just slightly. It might not look like it's doing anything now, but when my makeup's like completely done, this will be a lot more evident. And I always blend it into the top of my brows. Because I like the whole kind of lioness type of look. I just think it fits my face really well. I'm going to use my sponge and I'm going to go in with the Fenty Pro Filter setting powder in Banana. I'm just going to set under my eye. I don't bake, I always press it in because I don't like the look of baking personally on me. Anytime I've ever tried to bake and my makeup ended up looking crazy. So I stopped baking a really long time ago. Because I just didn't think that it looked nice at all. But this is more or less like an everyday makeup look because I'm pretty much do my makeup the same almost every time I do it. I only change like a few things but not that much. I just feel like my makeup routine works really well for me, so I don't see the point in fixing what isn't broken, if that's the saying, I'm not sure. I'm gonna put a bit down my nose, on my chin, and then on my forehead as well. Then I'm going to set my contour with the XX Revolution Vestige Bronzer. And I'm going to use the same brush that I used to contour with. Now this is pigmented as hell. You might not see it straight away, but it definitely comes up. So I am so careful when I apply it because I've applied it a couple times and I end up looking like I've been sitting in mud because it's quite dark and I don't want to look too crazy. And then with a little shadow brush, I'm going to do the same for my nose. But really lightly. This is what my skin looks like close up. I actually can't tell if it looks smooth or if it looks crazy, but we move. Okay. Use this XX Revolution blush in Retro. Just on my cheeks with a really big fluffy brush, pardon me. And just put that on my cheeks. Okay. I'm going to set my face with the L'Oreal Palace Shake and Glow Illuminating, Luminous Set Spray, yeah. Okay, I'm going to set my face quickly. I'm going to use a lot. Okay, using a blending brush, I'm going to take this shade here, a shade Maple Syrup, and I'm going to use that all over my lid. Okay, I decided to switch palettes. I'm now going to use the Fiery palette by Beauty Bay, and I'm going to go in with the shade Conquer just on the outside of my eye. Don't know how much it picks up on camera. I basically ended up having to do the rest of my makeup off camera. There was a lot of noise. But anyway, so to do my lips, I'm going to line my lips using this Bourjois matte finish in Chocolate Corset. I'm going to use that to line the outside of my lips. Then I'm going to go in with this MUA lipstick in the shade Infatuation, just in the center. And then I'm going to top that off with this Revolution gloss in Head Turner, just in the center as well. Okay. And then I'm going to go back in with the same lipstick I used before on the outside, and I'm just going to use that to redefine the outside of my lips again.
It's all I got in the end, it's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Controlling, you say that you love me, but you don't. Your family told me one day.
And then I'm gonna top it all off with a Fenty gloss. I'm just gonna put the gloss on the back of my hand and use a brush. I never actually put the gloss like in the center. I actually only put it on the outside to like sort of like blend my lips. So I'm just gonna use like a flat brush like this, and then just put it on the outside only, just for extra shine.
It's what I found out, and it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'm gonna be my own best friend. Be myself.
I'm gonna highlight. This highlight was actually given to me when I did someone's hair once. So it's a sample. It's literally like broken. It looks terrible, but it is gorgeous. It is a Dior highlighter. I'm gonna have to find the name or like a dupe and then put it in the description box, because I don't actually know where she got this one from or this one's exact shade. So I'm just gonna put some here, tiny amount on the bridge of my nose. Okay, now I'm going to do my hair and then come back when I've finished the final look. So this is the final look. I'm going to show you guys close up how smooth my makeup looks. I think it looks, oh my, guys, I'm so sorry. Are you crazy? Are you? For someone who didn't plan this look, I look amazing. I look absolutely divine. Okay, this is the final look. I hope you guys enjoyed this tutorial. I'm so bad. I'm so sorry, guys. Bear with me. I feel like I'm supposed to be looking here, but I keep looking here, and I think I'm supposed to be looking here. So guys, I'm so sorry. Bear with me. I feel like if I was filming on an actual camera, I'd be so much better off, but because I'm using my phone, it's a little bit difficult and I can't actually see the camera, so I'm just looking straight. I'm hoping that I'm looking at the right thing. First makeup tutorial, I think I did pretty well, but I'll list everything I used down below. For under my eyes to brighten up again after setting, when I did my eyeshadow, I used the Too Faced Translucent Peach Whisper, and I basically just put it under my eyes and I dabbed it in. I left it to sit for a while and then I blended it in, sprayed my face again, showed you guys the highlighter I use. I'm going to try and find the name and I'll insert it in the description bar, below. Let me know in the comments if you want more makeup videos. I have a lot of vlogs that I want to do because I tend to vlog a lot, even though I never like show anyone or upload it because I feel like it's quite personal. But I'm going to try and do more videos, more makeup videos, more hair videos. I'll probably do a tutorial on this, on how I curled my hair. Let me know what you guys think. Like, comment and subscribe, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye guys.